Hello, and thank you for attending today's webinar. My name is Daron Korte. I'm the Compliance Committee Chair for MIC3 as well as the Commissioner Designee for the state of Minnesota. The Compliance Committee's purpose is it's responsible for monitoring the compliance by member states with the terms of the compact and the Commission's rules, and for developing appropriate enforcement procedures for the Commission's consideration. The state coordination policy was developed in response to several concerns that arose through the national office and through the Commission. Based on the policy is based on the Interstate Commission on Juveniles Policy and Template. Today, we're going to be talking about the background of how we got here, the state commissioner appointments and resignations, state councils, and annual reporting. As background, as we mentioned, the policy was developed as a response to Commission challenges that were being seen. Particularly, the Commission was not getting timely notification of commissioner resignations or vacancies, and also when new appointments were being made. Another challenge is the ability of the Commission to assist states in developing state councils and making sure that they have the updated information that they need on all member activities. The state coordination complies with statute and code, as you can see the language in Article 8. It applies to all signatory members, so all 50 plus 1, and it was drafted by the Compliance Committee, approved by the Executive Committee on March 28, 2017, and went into effect on July 1st, 2017. State commissioners have several obligations under the compact, one of which is that they're responsible for the administration and management of the state's participation in the compact. So as you can see, this is language from the model compact, but you may want to check language in your state to see what it says regarding appointing authority and composition. The policy requires commissioner reappointment and resignations to be submitted to the MIC3 executive director and the appointing authority in writing. The executive director shall confirm in writing to the executive office and/or appointing authority the resignation, the request for an interim point of contact, and also will notify the member of the 60-day appointing period. Please note that an email or formal letter is acceptable as a notification in writing. For commissioner appointment resignations, if an appointment is not received within 60 days, the executive director will send by registered mail a delinquency notice to the appointing authority. If the appointment is not received within 90 days, the executive director may refer the matter to the Compliance Committee for action. As you can see, the compact language requires all states to have a state council. And you can see on this language that every state is mandated to have that state council, and under our rules, that council is required to meet once a year. Now, while most states have adopted the model language, which identifies the governor as the appointing authority and outlines the state council members to include the office of the governor, members of the legislature, a military representative, and a superintendent of a highly impacted school district, some states have modified their appointing authority and/or included additional members to their state councils. Therefore, please refer to your individual state statute or code for the appropriate appointing authority and membership. For state councils, newly appointed state commissioners shall be given 1 year from their appointment date to reorganize their state council if one has not already been established. If a member state has not established their state council with 1 year, the executive director may refer the matter to the Compliance Committee. There are certain reporting requirements in this policy. By June 30th of each year, member states shall submit the following information regarding the state council to the national office. It shall include the membership roster, shall identify and confirm at least 2 points of contact for the member state, and include a summary of accomplishments, activities, and presentations for the previous year. And that last bullet is important. The Commission wants to highlight your accomplishments as a commissioner, as a state council, and your districts and schools. The biggest challenge of the Commission is the perception that the compact is not working in states, it doesn't help students, and the perception that commissioners and state councils aren't doing anything to support the compact. The annual info that you provide will help address this perception and provide the Commission with information to add to your webpage. We also want to help publicize what your state is doing to help military children have successful education transitions. There isn't a specific format for annual submittals. You can submit by email or a Word document. All of those are acceptable. But we're aware that some states do report annually on the compact to their governor's office or their state legislatures or appointing authorities. For example, Montana submits an end-of-year report to their legislature. If you already have a written summary, submitting this to the national office is fine. Other states do presentations, and that's acceptable as well. If a member state has not submitted the above information within 30 days, the executive director will send a written reminder to the state commissioner. And if the member state has not submitted the above information within 60 days, the executive director may refer the matter to the compliance committee for review and possible action. Info will be updated annually on the MIC3 website, state pages, and profiles. Again, accurate information is important, and we need your help to ensure that your state's webpage and profile are up to date. This is an example of former Commission Chair Rosemary Krager of Rhode Island's state webpage and profile. Thank you again for attending this webinar, and should you have any questions or assistance, feel free to contact myself or the national office.